Hello. I'm gonna wait for more people to join, and yeah, usually how this goes too. So, all right. Sorry that took a bit. I'm live. So, says there's a zero people joined. I wonder if that's. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna wait for more people to join, and then I'll explain what this live stream is, and then we'll proceed with how it goes. I've explained it at least 3 times already, but every time I tried to have a live stream, it failed in some sort of way. I don't know. It's kind of driving me crazy, but hopefully this time it works out. Okay. Says there's 2 people on now. That's good. So, hello to those 2 people. I think I'm just going to start explaining what this is right now. And as more people join, I'll just quickly explain it some more. So, to the 2 people watching, I don't know if you tried or attempted to view my past 3 failed live streams, but I'm going to explain it again. Basically, what this live stream is a showing off my bug collection. I've done YouTube videos in the past of me showing off my bug collection, but I kind of felt like those were boring because, like, I just held up a bug and go, this is that, and it just wasn't that fun to watch. So what I'm thinking about doing this time is it'll be more interactive, so people in the live chat can ask to see a specific bug, and if I have it, I will take it out and then show them. Like this Hunt's Bumblebee right here. But anyways, what this is also going to be is a Q&A. So if you have a question to ask that has something to do with collecting bugs and stuff like that, I can answer that if it's an easy question to answer, of course. But yeah. So really quickly, I just want to make sure the live chat is working. So in the live chat, I wrote, hello, everyone. And so if you're, do you think you could, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Want to make sure the live chat is working. So if anyone could like write something like hi or something in the live chat, that would be good. And if not, then I guess I'll know. gonna wait for more people to join. Is this live chat working? Hang on a second. Huh. I really hope nothing bad is happening because I've tried this live stream like so many times already, and I don't want it to fail. Oh, that's not good. The computer is almost out of battery. I'm gonna go get a charger. I'll be right back. Oh man, I need to hurry. The computer's gonna shut off. Oh, we're good. Just ran throughout my entire house looking for a computer charger, and I found one. I'm out of breath. Okay. Alright, okay, 3 people have joined. Oh man. I think that's good enough. So, Peyton said greetings, so I'm pretty sure that means live chat is working. We're good. Alright. So, here's what this live stream is gonna be like. So, it's first of all, it's gonna be a Q&A, so you can ask questions. Second of all, I've made a lot of YouTube videos in the past showing off my bug collection, and those videos, in my opinion, were kind of boring, and I didn't really like the way they turned out. So what I'm going to do this time is it's going to be a lot more interactive, so people can ask to see a specific bug, and if I have it, I'll show them it, and it'll be a lot cooler and funner to do. And yeah, also, one thing I'd like to mention too, I don't just have Hymenoptera or stinging insects. I also have things like this right here, like a black widow. I have a few spiders. I have butterflies, cicadas, and a pretty good amount of stuff. I think I also have dragonflies. Not a lot of them, but I have dragonflies. So if you'd like to see that, that would be I would be able to show you that, but yeah. So if you have any questions, any bugs you want to see, you could ask to see those, and I'll most likely show you them, unless I don't have them. So, all right. So I think it would be good to start off showing some things, and then if anyone wants to see a specific thing, I could show you that. But I think we're going to start off with this. Oh, whoops. That almost fell. This right here is an alcohol specimen. In other words, it's a vial filled with alcohol, and that's used to preserve certain certain bugs. So like alcohol specimens are mostly used for things like spiders, because you can't pin spiders because they're very soft and fragile fragile bugs. Almost said insects. Spiders are not insects. They're arachnids. Anyways, alcohol specimens are used to preserve things like spiders and soft things. So this right here, it's not a spider. It's several chrysalises from a painted lady butterfly. What me and my family did for a little bit, a couple years ago, we got painted lady caterpillars online, and we watched them grow. We did that really cool thing. We released them out into the wild at the end, and they released and they left behind these chrysalises, which are basically what it is a caterpillar. Once it's big enough and ready to become a butterfly, it will cling to the top of the plastic container that they're kept in, and they will hang upside down in a J shape, and they will shed their skin one final time and turn into a chrysalis, which is like this the pupae form, and it'll look like this little capsule thing, and it'll stay like that for about 10 days, and then once they're done, they will hatch from a butterfly will hatch out of that chrysalis. It'll have crumpled up wings. It'll hang upside down, and the blood will float into their wings and stretch them out, and then they'll be able to fly. Then they'll fly off into the wild, and they leave behind a little shell of a chrysalis right here. And I collected all of them and put them in this file. It's pretty cool. Also wrote a little label right there that says painted lady, also known as Vanessa cardui, which is the scientific name of a painted lady. Just gonna carefully put that back up. All right. Hello, Reds Mayhem. So, do any of you guys have questions or things you would like to see? Because I have a lot of bugs, so I'm pretty sure I might be able to show them to you. In the meantime, I think I'll probably talk about this thing right here. This is another alcohol specimen, the smaller vial, because there's only one bug in there. This is a black widow, a western black widow, a female. Now, this thing was kind of hard to get because almost bit me several times in the process of catching it. I got a stick and I had a little container, and I tried putting it in the container. The spider web was hanging off, so then once I lifted up the stick to put it in the container, it started swinging around on the web and got really close to my leg, and it was a little freaky, hard to do, but eventually got it in the container, put it in the freezer, and once it was dead, put it in this vial filled with alcohol. For some reason, its abdomen turned a bright brown color. Not really sure why, but still a pretty cool specimen in a pretty cool position too. I'm glad that I have it. What else should I talk about? Let's go with this. Focus, please. That is a really small velvet ant right there. This is the California velvet ant. It's a common species here in Idaho. These things get up to about a centimeter long. Actually, it's not true. I have a way bigger one here. Yeah, I think they can just range in a lot of sizes as long under an inch or something like that. But yeah, they are pretty big. Actually, no, they're not pretty big. They tiny. And these, even though they're called velvet ants, they're actually wingless wasps. They're big, fuzzy, wingless wasps in the family Mutilidae. Something really interesting about these is that the females have no wings, but they have stingers, while the males have wings but don't have stingers. And sometimes males will fly onto females and then just carry them to a whole nother place. And I can't remember what species did that, but I read in a book that they did that. It's really funny. Now it says we're down to one viewer. How about we open up the big bug case? Let's see what there's in here. This right here. Morrison's bumblebee. Set this here for now. I'm going to put the... Alright. Is the Morrison's bumblebee. It is a bright yellow, found here in Idaho. It's a... Sorry, I'm forgetting how to speak, apparently. It's very similar to a species called the Nevada bumblebee. The way you could tell is on the thorax, the Nevada bumblebee seems to have a dot, but this one doesn't really have a dot. It's more filled in. And it's actually quite rare. This is the only one I've ever seen in my life, actually. And caught it at a place in Boise called Catherine Albertson's Park. I go there a lot, and I see a lot of cool, just animals in general, not just bugs. And it is pretty cool. I was really excited when I got this species because this summer I had a lot of bumblebee species I really wanted to get. In fact, let me get them out. The three species are pretty fascinating species. All right. Get them set next to each other. Just getting everything organized. All right, there we go. These are all 3 of the bumblebee species I really wanted to get this summer, and as you can see here, I got them. So the 3 species is the Nevada bumblebee, the Morson's bumblebee, and the white-shouldered bumblebee. 3 pretty unique species in the genus Bombus. So this was probably the main one I wanted to get, the Nevada bumblebee, because this one I actually saw this species quite some time ago. It was, but a lot bigger one. It was like this big around, and it was at a golf course in Nampa, and it was really big, and I caught it successfully, but I decided to let it go for some reason because I think it's because I thought it was something I already had. It wasn't, and once I learned that it wasn't, I got pretty upset that I let it go, and then I tried searching it for it for a long time until somehow I forgot about it. But then this summer, I remembered that this species existed, and I saw it on iNaturalist, and I was like, I need to get that species. So we looked for it for quite some time, and then one day we went to Meridian, Idaho, next to the village, and there was this big pink bush flower thing, and this was flying on it, and I caught it, and I made a YouTube video out of it. It was very cool. Now the Morson's bumblebee. Now this one, the idea of getting this one was given to me on the first live stream I did, where someone named Arthropoda, a YouTube user and a iNaturalist user, I think, came on and asked me if I had this, and I didn't at the time. So I told. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought like crazy today. So I told him that I didn't have it, and it was one of the things I wanted to get. And then I think in August, we went to Catherine Albertson's Park again. There was this big tree with blooming white flowers on it, lots of pollen, and I saw this flying. I recognized it. It looked like the Nevada bumblebee until I noticed that the dot was not there, and I was like, "Oh, this is the Morson's bumblebee." So I caught it. It's a worker, and I was really happy. And then, this one, finally the last one I wanted to get. This is a queen white-shouldered bumblebee. Pretty sure it's a queen. It's about the size of a queen. A while ago this summer, we went to Coeur d'Alene, and we went camping there. And there, in the spot where we put our camper, there was a big bush, and I saw this on it. At first, I thought it was a golden northern bumblebee because sometimes it could be really similar, but I caught it. And once I put it in the container, I noticed that all the yellowish spots on the, like, if you look here, the abdomen is like a darker yellow, and then the colors on the thorax is a mixture of black and a lighter yellowish whitish color, and that's why this is called the white-shouldered bumblebee, because the top is white and then the bottom is yellowish, and it was very cool. Really glad I got it. But yeah, those were the 3 specimens I wanted to get this summer, and I got all 3 of them, so that's really nice. No, I know I've said this like several times already, but I just don't know who's currently watching and who isn't watching. But if you have any questions, hopefully live chat is still working. But if you have any questions, ask questions. I'll most likely have answers for them. And if you want to see a bug, you could ask to see that bug, and I'll show you that bug. I'm going to put these specimens back. Oh man, I'm running out of room for these. All right. What is your favorite and most rare specimen? All right. So I can answer that slightly. First of all, my favorite is I don't have a favorite. They're all awesome, all unique, and I have no idea which one is my favorite. So that's kind of a hard question to answer. But the rare one, um, the most rare specimen I have is also kind of hard, but I think I might be able to figure it out if I look hard enough. Um, so, hmm, let's see. Let me look at the wasps here. So the rare for rare specimen, uh, give me a second. I need to figure this out. Hmm. So for rare specimen, uh, it might be one of the ones I ordered online, but I wouldn't consider that as something that would count because the ones that I ordered online are, well, I didn't catch them myself, and so I don't really think that would count. But yeah, so but if you want to count that, I would say probably the rarest one I have would probably, for me at least, be the bullet ant, since I don't live in South America. But the rarest one I caught would probably be uh let me look at this some more. Oh, okay. I think I figured it out. So for this specific state, Idaho, the I think this is the easiest way to answer your question, Peyton. I'm sorry, but for just Idaho, probably the rarest thing I found here would be the cow killer. I already see what's gonna happen, Reds Mayhem. If if you're still watching, go ahead and say it. But let me just get the specimen out. Carefully step over, set it here. Never mind, I guess Peyton said it. Alright, let me put this here. Maybe not here. It's not a good spot for it, actually. Here, that's better. Alright. This right here is the cow killer. Not the caterpillar, the cow killer. It is a big red velvet ant in the family Mutilidae. It is actually in the same genus as this really small California velvet ant that I just showed like 10 minutes ago. Really small California velvet ant. Now this thing is a lot bigger, and its name is greatly exaggerated. I would say this thing can definitely not kill cows, and neither can it kill you unless you have an allergic reaction. But other than that, I don't think you'd die from a sting from one of these. It does have a really, if the camera will focus. Hang on a sec. Can you see that? It's hard to see. They have really, really long stingers, and they have pretty painful stings, and they can pump lots of venom deep into your skin, and it would hurt. I'm going to be completely honest with you, but here in Idaho, this is kind of rare. This is the only one I've ever seen in Idaho, and I caught it on the canal road by my house, and it was a lot bigger when it was alive. Actually, yeah, I think it was a lot bigger than when it was alive, but it was amazing. I was so excited to catch it, and it was awesome. So another thing, one of the coolest things about this is this has one of the most tough exoskeletons in the insect kingdom, probably. maybe not the entire insect kingdom, but the toughest exoskeleton in Hymenoptera, at least. This thing, if you stepped on it, it would be fine. If you stomped on it repeatedly with your foot, it would probably be fine. After I froze this in the freezer, don't worry, it was dead, but I got a pin. I tried pinning it. I tried piercing it through the thorax, because that's how you pin one of these things. And it took me about 30 minutes to finally get the pin through. And if you look at the side view of the pin, it bent the pin. It was really hard to preserve, but somehow I managed to get the pin through it, and that worked out. But yeah, this would probably be the rarest one found here in Idaho. I don't know about the rarest one I've ever found, but because in other places in the eastern United States, like Florida, for example, this is a lot more common in areas like that. But here, it's very rare, and surprised I found it. But yeah, just gonna put that back really quick. And if you guys have any more questions or bugs you would like to see, I can show that to you. Ouch, just hit my knee. That hurt. Alright, so if you have any more questions, I can answer those. Let's see, what else should I show? Let's show a butterfly. That would be pretty cool. Alright, let's do this. My antlers just hit the shelf right there. Alright, this right here is a big, big, big sphinx moth. It's called a white-lined sphinx moth, and it's kind of common here in Idaho. This thing is awesome. Its wings move so fast, it's almost scary. But it's crazy. So these things have pink hind wings, and they have white lines on their top wing. That's how they get the name white-lined sphinx moth. Now, they actually are more common at night. During the summer, we have like pots with flowers in them, and these things love those. Every time, and if you go out at night, you'll most likely see one of these. Now, earlier this summer, I found one of these on the pollinator garden we added not too long ago, and it was not as big as this, but it was still pretty big. And those things are really hard to catch. They move so fast; it is insane. But when I found it, I started recording, and I was thinking to myself, "There's no way I'm going to successfully get this," but I tried anyway. So I had my phone in my left hand and my net in my right hand. I got close enough, and I somehow managed to swoop it up with the net, and I was surprised that I caught it, and really happy that I caught it too, because it was really lucky that I got it too, and it was really big. Able to get some pretty cool pictures of it for my iNaturalist account and my YouTube account. I made a YouTube short about it, and it was really cool. But this specimen, for all the butterflies and moths I find, I don't kill them. I will either find them dead on the ground or find them dead on the ground. I don't really do anything other than that. which is why I have so little butterflies and moths in my collection, because I just don't have the heart to kill them. So, yeah. Other than that moth I just showed you, this is all I have in my collection. But yeah, the white-lined sphinx moth. Very cool. So, how about this? Oh, antlers just hit that again. Keep on doing that. So, this right here is the Viceroy butterfly. It looks like a monarch butterfly, but it's not, because of one small detail that you might be able to notice if you look here. All the lines on the wings are going this way, except for one that goes down like that. That line is what determines it as a viceroy. Viceroys are also a bit smaller than monarchs, and the caterpillar and chrysalis form of a viceroy is a lot different from a monarch. A monarch is colorful. They have weird antennae-looking things, and they're striped with black, white, yellow, and think that's it actually. And they're very colorful. These things, the caterpillars of these things, on the other hand, look like bird poop. Same with the chrysalises. While the chrysalis of a monarch is green and it's only green actually. Now, one thing about monarchs is they only have one host plant, that is milkweed, and there was a point in time where they were considered endangered because everyone was cutting down the milkweed. But just recently, it was removed from the endangered list, which is really exciting. I was really happy about that. And just a few weeks after, me and my dad went to a golf course, and they were everywhere. It was it was insane how many there were. I caught one for a YouTube video. I made a YouTube video about it, and then the next time we came to that golf course, they were all over the place. It was awesome. I really, really liked that. All right, now let's pull out some big insects. All right. Set this here for now. I'm going to set this back on top of the drawer. All right. This is a reasonably big wasp. This is the cicada killer, the eastern cicada killer. This was not found in Idaho, and it is a lot more common than you would think it is. Look at that stinger too. That's crazy. So this thing is found in the eastern United States, and it gets its name from hunting down cicadas making noise in trees. So they will find a cicada, and they will tackle it and start stinging it. And the sting won't kill it, it'll paralyze it. And once it's paralyzed, it will pick it up and fly it over to a hole in the ground that it will put in there, lay an egg on it, and bury it up, and then leave it. That egg will hatch on the cicada while it's still alive and eat it alive. It's a little brutal, but how nature works sometimes. Nature is brutal. So it's, yeah. And then it'll hatch from the cicada, which is now dead, thankfully, and repeat the process. And these things are cool. They are huge. They make loud noises when they fly around, and they're just awesome. This one was caught by my uncle, and he sent it to me in the mail, and I'm really glad he did, because this was something I looked for a long time. And and I'm just really glad I have it now. Now let's compare that to a Idaho cicada killer. That one I just showed you was found in Iowa. This one is found in Idaho. It's a lot smaller and little different color scheme. This is the western cicada killer. So eastern cicada killer, western cicada killer. Yeah, this one's smaller and has a more bright colors than black and yellow. This one is orange and yellow. And these ones hunt Idaho cicada species, which Idaho cicada species are smaller than Iowa cicada species. And make a lot more of quiet noise, but which is why it takes me time to find one. But not the point. The point is this thing. So I've only seen a few of these here in Idaho. One time, so my dad caught a female of one of these when he was golfing and brought it home. I pinned it horribly, sadly. So then once it started disintegrating, luckily my mom caught this one by our pool deck, and then I pinned this one good this time. Then she caught another one, which was a male. I pinned that one too early, so it's a really dark color. And then this summer I caught one, and then I pinned it after it was in the freezer for a good amount of time, so it didn't look like a dark color. Yeah, very very cool. I've never seen one of these attack a cicada before. One time when I was in Iowa, my dad recorded a video of one of these attacking a cicada. Of course, I was gone, so I wasn't able to catch it, and I didn't even bring my net. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking, but didn't bring my net. And my dad saw one of these, and it got away with a cicada. Actually, it left the cicada. That's how I got a cicada specimen back there. I'll show you that in a bit. But yeah. But I've never seen a video or just in person of one of these attacking a cicada. That is something I really want to see, though. I want to, hopefully next summer I see that. That would be pretty cool to see a western cicada killer attacking an Idaho and cicada. Very cool. The two cicada killers. I'm going to put these back. All right, what next? How about no, hang on. I'm stumped. I don't know what to show. Probably need some ideas. So do you guys have any requests of a bug you want to see? Or questions too? In the meantime, I'm gonna look for something to show you guys, because running out of ideas. How about this? This isn't my specimen, sadly, but still worth showing. This is a tarantula hawk, and it is awesome in every way, and I really want one. These things are found in Arizona, really common in Arizona and just southwestern United States. So, California, Arizona, South Nevada, Colorado, Texas, all those western states. This specific species is the Thisp tarantula hawk. At least I think that. They're kind of hard to identify. This species, usually, this is small for a tarantula hawk, by the way. Tarantula hawks actually get about this big. That's like a lot bigger than this, by the way, and have 3-inch wingspans, which is a lot bigger than this. Once again, I ordered this online. I really wanted to find one in Arizona, but I never got one. I will eventually, but didn't get one that time. But it is very cool. Now, they get their name from being humongous, which is, I think that's why they earned the name Hawk at the end of Tarantula Hawk. And they get the tarantula part of their name from attacking tarantulas. They will pounce on a tarantula, sting it, paralyze it, just like the cicada killer, except for it's just for the tarantula. Drag it back to the nest. Now, this thing, on the other hand, compared to a cicada killer, has a sting that's like way worse than a cicada killer. Their sting is actually the second worst wasp sting in the world. And so imagine what that would be like for a tiny little, well, not tiny, but a small little tarantula. That would hurt. And the worst part is they can't move. So they're just getting repeatedly stung by this thing, and they're paralyzed. Once again, nature is pretty violent and brutal at times. But anyways, they will drag this back to the nest and lay an egg on it. The egg will hatch and eat it alive. And yeah, but I really want to find one of these. They have bright orange wings, and their abdomen glows a bluish color. I wonder if the light will show it, but see that? In light, the abdomen glows blue. Especially in sunlight, which is why I really want to find one of these whenever we go to Arizona. But yeah, very cool species. Now let's tone it down a bit. Go down to some other species. I'm gonna get these right here. These are two yellow jackets, and they're different. And the way to tell is a little interesting. So, these are two yellow jackets. This one is in the genus Vespula, and this one's in the genus Dolicha Vespula. Now, those are two different genuses of yellow jackets. Therefore, something about them will be different from the other. And as very similar as they look right now, if you were to look under the microscope or just really closely with a little line that's underneath their eye, you'd be able to tell that for species in the genus Dolicha Vespula will have a thicker line underneath the eye, and species in Vespula will have a thin line underneath the eye. Something I learned this summer, and I was pretty excited about learning that because then I got to look at every single yellow jacket in my entire collection and make sure it wasn't in the genus Dolicha Vespula. What I found out is this is an aerial yellow jacket. I have a queen of that same species too, and that I didn't have a worker Alaska yellow jacket. That changed when we went to California a few months ago, so that's good. Now this thing. Oh boy, this thing is awesome. This right here is the steel blue cricket hunter wasp. I love this wasp. This is in the family Sphecidae, and they hunt crickets. Once again, they'll pounce on them, sting them, paralyze them, and then take them back to the nest and do all that. Now these things are metallic blue, as you can see, and they are decently common here in Idaho. But a while ago it didn't seem like that. Now, I have two specimens of this. I have a big one. This is the big one. And I have a smaller one. The smaller one I actually made a video on, and it was actually the first actually good video I made. All the other ones before that were a little boring and just cringe, in my opinion at least. feel like that's how a lot of people on YouTube start off, with a little bit of cringy videos, and then they look back at it like, but this one, really, really cool. Really glad I have it. But this one I made a video on a while ago. Wasn't as successful as the first one I made, but this one, I preserved this one really good. The wings are spread out. The antennae are spread out. The legs aren't spread out, but I think they're good enough. And I actually made a video of this one attacking a cricket. It was I put a small black cricket in the same container as this, and the cricket hunter was starting to attack it and stinging it. But after a while, we started to notice that the Steel cricket hunter was not that active. It wasn't acting like a normal cricket hunter would. That was because I'm pretty sure it finished its whole life cycle and it was dying. So I decided to keep it as a specimen, and it's kind of sad, but very cool. Very glad I kept this one. It is really cool. I made a YouTube short about it too, with Smooth Criminal playing in the background. I did that because this is technically a criminal of a wasp, because they attack crickets every day. But I don't know why, I just thought that was funny. Yeah. But let me just put that back really quick. There we go. All right. I think that's going to be the end of the live stream. I might do another live stream like this where you can ask questions. I'm starting to feel like today probably wasn't the best day to do a live stream because it's Friday. Should have thought about that earlier, but it's fine. Still was able to show you guys some pretty cool insects. But yeah. Then I'm going to wrap this up now. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more Hymenoptera and cool insects like that, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.